Hello, everyone. This is George here, and these are just my quick thoughts on the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings trailer that came out yesterday. So, this is the next MCU movie to come out after Black Widow. This was supposed to come out in July, but when Black Widow got postponed into July, Shang-Chi got pushed to September, which is weird. You never thought to see an MCU movie in September. But these are interesting times that we're living in with the pandemic. I'm pretty sure last year when I saw Tenet in theaters in September, that was like the first time in a while I've been in a movie theater in September. So this year will be the same thing. But anyways, here are my quick thoughts on the Shang-Chi trailer. Now, I'm not familiar with this character, so I came into this trailer with some pretty moderate expectations because I'm a big fan of the MCU. The MCU has never really let me down. There's only really a few films in the MCU that I really don't care about, and the MCU has always surprised me. They took characters that I was really not familiar with in the Guardians of the Galaxy and made them incredible. I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, so I was hoping maybe the same thing can happen with Shang-Chi, and based off the trailer, I feel like we're in for another surprise. The fight looks well choreographed. The acting looks pretty good so far. The settings, the costumes, and just seeing the Ten Rings organization and the Mandarin. Now, the Ten Rings have been around since the first Iron Man. That was the terrorist group that Obadiah Stane hired to kidnap Tony Stark. And the last time I really kind of saw them was briefly in Ant-Man. There was like one member, but it was like really brief. So we haven't really touched upon this group in a while. And I remember the big controversy with Iron Man 3, the Mandarin, the fake Mandarin, who's the real Mandarin kind of thing. And I'm not one of those Iron Man 3 haters. I actually like Iron Man 3 a lot. It was a little disappointing that we didn't get the real Mandarin, but at the same time, I felt like at that point in the MCU, we may not have been ready for it just yet. But now we are. We're in phase 4. And like I said, it's just so incredible that we're at this stage of Marvel where we're getting Shang-Chi. And after Shang-Chi, we're getting the Eternals. Like these characters that aren't household names, that if you're a real die-hard comic book fan, you're going to know who they are. And by the way, we really need to get an Eternals trailer. That was supposed to come out before Shang-Chi, and we still haven't gotten a trailer for that. Hopefully we do. But yeah, having the Ten Rings come back into the fray and seeing the actual Mandarin, that's going to be very exciting. And you see some of that Marvel humor like closer to the end, especially with Aquafina. And this is going to probably draw comparisons to other films. This is going to draw comparisons to Black Panther in the sense that it could be another cultural phenomenon. It's going to mean a lot to a group of people. In this case, it's going to mean a lot to the Asian community. This is the first Asian-led superhero film. This could also be compared to Guardians of the Galaxy, where you're going to take a lesser-known character, and if it's really good, it's going to become a household name. So there's going to be a lot of comparisons to other previous MCU films, I feel like, with this film. But it looks like it's going to distinguish itself pretty well. It looks like it's going to have a lot of great fights. And the thing I like about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is they know how to take like different tones and genres and do their own take on it. Guardians of the Galaxy, science fiction. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, spy, thriller, political thriller. Spider-Man Homecoming, basically like a John Hughes high school film. So in this case, it looks like the martial arts genre is going to come into fray with Shang-Chi. And it looks like they're going to do another great take with another genre that a lot of people love. So I'm excited for this film. It wasn't on my most anticipated MCU list because I'm not that familiar with the character, but after watching this trailer, it does go up. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed again. I feel like, just in general, this is one of the few films that was originally scheduled for 2021 that we will get in 2021 because a lot of films that were supposed to come out in 2021 were bumped to 2022. And part of that is because, filming for some of these films were delayed, or because films from 2020 were delayed and were moved to this year. Some films were bumped to 2022 to make way for those films. So hopefully this still comes out on time. And hopefully we get an Eternals trailer as well. But all in all, I really dig this trailer. It looks like we're going to have another special film that's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. Like I said, the action looks great. I'm glad that we're going to see the Ten Rings again, and we're going to get the official Mandarin. And we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this leads into. I'll be honest, this until the end, you kind of felt like this was an MCU film. So it feels like this is going to be one of those more mature, darker MCU films in a sense, which isn't a bad or a good thing. I enjoy MCU humor. I enjoy dark MCU. Like, the MCU does so well with these different tones, as well as genres, that I'm not really concerned. But anyways, those are just my quick thoughts on the Shang-Chi trailer. It looks really good. And like I said, I think it's incredible that we're getting more characters into the MCU. And hopefully this will feel like a solo film that doesn't really need to be connected to other things outside of the Ten Rings organization, because we've seen the Ten Rings in other MCU films. Because my one concern with the MCU is that the classic superhero solo films are starting to die out. And we've gotten some great solo films that have other superheroes crossover, like Thor Ragnarok. That was an incredible film. But it feels like the classic solo film for a superhero film, at least in the MCU, is starting to die out, or it's becoming a rarity. So I'm hoping that Shang-Chi can bring that back up as well. But we'll see. So anyways, those are just my quick thoughts on the trailer. This was my first time talking about a trailer. And like I said, I was very impressed with it. And this may not be a common thing where I talk about trailers unless the trailer impresses me, which this one did. So we gotta see with other trailers. But yeah, this was just my quick thoughts. I'm just dragging on right now. I apologize. So what do you guys think about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings trailer? I thought it was great. Please let me know down below if you feel like it. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And hopefully later this week I will do the Avia Red Spider-Man drama video. I still got to do my research on that because I'm still wondering what the heck is going on with that. And hope to see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone.